What's going on, everybody? Brent here, ounitproductions.com, brenot.com, and before I get into this little video where I want to share some of this stuff with you guys, first things first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has reached out recently, asked me where I've been. As a lot of you may know by now, who I've spoken with, I've just been busy working on the booths, beefing up the online sales, and buying like an absolute beast. Tons of stuff in inventory right now, and I just figured I would come here today and share just some recent finds from the past week with you guys. Don't want to make this too much of a long video, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into this stuff. But before I do that, I want to announce that with this video, I am actually able to launch my newest project that I've been putting some serious effort into recently. I'm really proud of what has come of it, and that is thriftandvintageadventures.com. Either head on over there now, pause the video, or head on over there after you watch and check it out. Once again, it's thriftandvintageadventures.com. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to be sharing a lot more recent sales with you guys. I will be taking you with me on my various travels, whether that's to flea markets or auctions. I got a big road trip planned this summer, so definitely stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and get into some of these finds right here. First off, just a really cool helmet. I found this at a Goodwill. It was only a couple bucks. I don't see any markings on it. I'm not sure what brand it might be. Looks like it's missing the mouthpiece, mouth guard, whatever it's called. If you have any idea who might have made this helmet, definitely let me know. I really couldn't find out much information on it, but I just thought it was a really cool piece, and who wouldn't want to have a cool old helmet sitting around their house? Next up, this is actually one of my favorite finds, not only recently, but maybe one of my favorite finds in quite a while, just because it's super cool. As you see, it's a really cool wood case. It's an original Erector set. I love the workmanship on the case, and I love the fact that all of these pieces came with it. Just a really, really cool item. Not in this too much at all, but I don't see any reason why I won't end up getting probably at least 100 to 150 for it. Not in a hurry to sell it, because it's just one of those things that I fell in love with, and I know somebody else will feel much the same way. Next up, I think I only paid maybe $5 for this. This is a really cool plastic Budweiser advertising sign I came across. I really love the color on it. I thought it was an awesome little sign. That is something I have for sale online right now. If you follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/ounitproductions, just, I believe yesterday, I posted a movie poster of Saturday Night Fever that I saw in my travels the last couple days. I actually also saw this album at a Goodwill, so I had to pick it up. I think I only paid $1 for it. So that's going to be a nice little come up. I don't know, $5, $6 maybe at one of the booths. Just really cool. Who doesn't want a copy of the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack? Next up, again, not too high dollar, but the perfect thing to put into one of my booths. It's a pressed, smashed, whatever you want to call it, Diet Right cola bottle. Pick this up at Goodwill for a few bucks. Once again, maybe, $5 to $8 if the right person sees it at one of my booths. Just a cool piece, just a nice conversation piece, for whoever ends up buying that. Been buying a lot more different shirts and whatnot recently, and this is one of those. Not a Star Trek fan myself, but obviously a lot of people are. This is from a 1991 Air and Space Museum, the National Air and Space Museum. Didn't look it up too much, but I'm only in this a few bucks, and with all the immense amount of Star Wars fans out there, even though this isn't in the best condition, who wouldn't want this thing? Pretty cool shirt. And last but not least, two more things I wanted to share with you guys. You see a die-cast airplane right here, right next to a die-cast helicopter. Really cool pieces. These were produced by Gabriel Industries in the 1970s. And just a little bit of history for you guys. Figured it'd be good to throw that in, especially with the launch of this new project. Gabriel actually purchased Hubley in 1969. For those of you that don't know, Hubley was a huge toy maker. I've had a lot of their stuff in the past, and I'm always looking for it at the right price. But nonetheless, Throughout the 1970s, Gabriel produced various, die-cast cars, trucks, planes, helicopters, all that good stuff under the Hubley name. And as the 70s closed out, they started phasing out the Hubley name in favor of the Gabriel name. And actually, around 1980, Gabriel sold Hubley to CBS Toys. So that's a little history of, part of the history of Hubley Toys for you guys. But bottom line, just super cool toys. I love how this one's got the little guy in there. You do not see toys made like this anymore, that is for sure. Die-cast, as I said, I mean, look at that. Look at that cool-ass door. And another thing, the landing gear on this thing is just super legit. I fell in love with these things when I saw them, had to have them. So that is that for today. Got the helmet, got the Erector set, got the Gabriel toys, the pressed Diet Right Cola bottle, the Budweiser sign, Saturday Night Fever album, and the Star Trek shirt. What is the favorite item that you guys found in this little collection? What do you know more about? And last but not least, how have you guys been? I've missed all of you. I'm glad to be back. And if you get a moment, like I said, I would much appreciate it if you headed on over to the new website, thriftandvintageadventures.com. And I will see you back real soon here on YouTube. Thanks, guys.